Hey friends, TUXX here. I have something extraordinary for you today. This is the newest version of the Yoton YM03. It's a MP3 player which has been sought after as being one of the most convenient and cool micro players, small players that money can buy. It's not that expensive. And before I go further, I do want to mention I have a link for this bad boy right below. So be sure and click that link. It's in the description for you, okay? You can get it at the very best price. So anyway, this is something which I've reviewed before. I've talked about this player before, but this is a new flavor, a new color of it. And I should mention that much like, secret sauces for, Wendy's and, Taco Bell having new ads on their menu, these guys are definitely in touch with pop culture because this is a new color by demand. So very cool that Yoton actually, listen to the fans, listen to the public, and actually react to trends in pop culture, and that's where this comes in. Now, before I go further, I do want to mention that I've used this before in the past, and this is my favorite clip-on MP3 player. It plays great MP3s. It sounds fantastic, and we're going to cover all that coming up here in the video. Now, the package itself is very small. It's the same, very similar looking Yoton YM03 package we've seen before, which is great. Got a picture of the player right in the front. Got some cool teal on the side, which is a teal player, by the way, too, guys. And you can check out that video back in my queue. On the back here, we have some little social media links. Has a lady here stretching, listening to some nice music, and basic information on it. So very cool stuff. Let's go ahead and open this up. The tape up top here actually has like a little lift. That's really interesting. I didn't notice that before in the previous ones. I don't know if that's something new or not, but a little nice touch here to help you open the package. And we'll pop this open. I should mention this does include Bluetooth 5.0, okay? So it is one of the newest Bluetooth. So if you're into Bluetooth, as much as I really recommend using wired headphones, it does have that Bluetooth 5.0 for a good secure connection and great sounding music too. We're gonna pull this out here for you. There we go. We'll put that to the side. And here we have MP3 music player, Yoton. We have a bunch of languages: English, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, and Japanese. So every language you'll possibly need, most likely. All right. They definitely got you covered. I'm not going to go through every page here, but basically it does go through, talks about how to set it up, talks about what the buttons are for. If you haven't had an MP3 player in a long time or ever, this is definitely going to get you rolling, and even covers the warranty information. So it does have a 30-day return policy, 12-month replacement policy, and a lifetime professional help after cell support. So these guys, they honestly stand behind their players, and I've had a number of these players again, and I've never had any problems with any of them. And they really get a lot of abuse. Like, I'll clip them on backpacks, I will drop them, and I've never had any issues with any of them. So really good stuff. And there is a small little extra thing here with FCC compliance, all the usual governmental things that you probably don't care about, but it's right there for you. So everything is included for you. Now, these guys do one thing really incredible. I've talked about this before, that this is really everything you need in the box. So if you're someone who's giving this as a gift, and this does make an awesome gift, guys, it actually is a great starter kit because it comes with pack-in headphones. And so many DAP players, MP3 players don't include earbuds or headphones these days. So I really definitely salute these guys. I applaud them for including pack-in earbuds, and these actually sound surprisingly good for being freebie pack-in ones. And now, of course, if you combine the power of this YM03 with like some expensive Sony, noise canceling, or Bose or whatever, you could be blown away with how amazing this little player sounds. But really, you can't go wrong with these starter ones. This will definitely get the ball rolling for you, and it's a great place to start for sure. And again, they sound really good for being pack-in. So really cool they include that. They also include a new cable with new device. You guys know I like to have new cables, and this is USB-C, okay? So even though you may have a million of these USB-C adapters, it's nice to include a fresh one. This is USB-A or USB, just standard USB to USB-C, okay? So really cool. You never can have too many of these cables. I love the fact it uses the same, hole, the same charging port as other things like my Xperia phone here and other devices. So it makes it very easy, very convenient for charging, okay? Next up here, the actual player. Let's check out this new one, guys. Brand new color, something we haven't seen before. Again, this is Yoton reacting to the public's outcries. They say, we want new color, and the new color we want is violet. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is very cool looking, guys. Look at that beautiful purpley violet color. This could go with so many things, with, you know, all sorts of things being clipped onto backpacks at cons and everything else. It's great they actually have this cool color. And this is one which I don't think I have any MP3 players this exact color, you know, so very cool. On the bottom here, we have the actual port for USB. So for charging, in case you're not familiar, I'll just show you. You just plug in that USB-C right in like that. Very simple, it snaps in, you hear the click, and this you can plug into any power strip or, you know, any type of charging port, from a computer to all sorts of different light switches and things, lamps that would have a USB charging port. So very easy to charge, okay? We'll just unplug that for now. We'll pull off the little safety plastic here. Oh, look at that. Shiny and new. Oh, I love new players, man. The front of this I find really convenient. It has a really nice, you know, play, pause, fast forward menu system, very easy to understand. We have a rocker switch here for volume up and down, and of course power right here. Let's go ahead and give this a little power press here. There's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack right there, so very easy to go ahead and do the headphone plug-in, which I'll show you that real quick too. Just take the headphones, 3.5, take that, stick it in the hole. In case you're not sure how this works, it kind of snaps in very tight, very secure. You're not going to lose your player. Very easy. And I do really recommend using wired headphones over Bluetooth. But I know a lot of you people really love Bluetooth, and I do too at times. There's a place for everything, you know. But if you're really serious about listening to great quality music, I definitely recommend wired headphones, okay? All right. And I do have lots of videos back in my queue about that and about high quality MP3 files and everything else. So you can always check those out. But anyway, it's great they include that. That's an option for you. But they also embrace the new technology. You know, a lot of people do love their Bluetooth. And I get it. Okay. All right. Continuing on. All right. Sorry about that. Getting on a little soapbox about Bluetooth. We're going to hit the power button here. Okay. We're just going to hold that and boot this bad boy up. You can see it's very quick booting. This definitely is faster than my Sony NWA 306 or other players I have. Like right now, boom, we're already in English here. We can go ahead and click that. We can set the date. I'm just going to go ahead and click through the date and the time, and it goes right into the menu system. Super duper fast, okay? And one thing really cool about this is the fact that it doesn't have, you know, a whole bunch of like bloatware on it. Like you boot this up, it goes right to the music and you're good to go. But there is a lot of other functions about this. So we're going to come back to music in a second here. I want to show you there's Bluetooth for setting up Bluetooth. There's FM radio. This is an FM radio. That's really cool. Now for FM radio, again, you do have to use the wired headphones or a wired headphones because it does use the wire in the headphones as an antenna. Okay, so if you're trying to do FM radio, have wired headphones, okay? All right. Continuing on, we have pictures. You can put some pictures in there for you. Very cool. We have a recorder, a voice recorder. That can be extremely handy if you're going to some kind of like anime con or something. If you want to get like voice actors you admire to like make a little voiceover for you or something, or record something, you can. You know, it's great. It's on there. It counts steps, does stopwatch, has a folder for files and settings for updates. And there you go. So very simple. Here under music, you can hit play. There'll probably be, there's lots of ways of arranging things. Of course, we can add songs here very easily, but it goes by artists, albums, genre, playlists, create playlists. I get so many questions about creating playlists. And again, yes, on this player, you can create playlists. It's as simple as going to the menu, going to create playlist, hit that button. It searches through the music. There's already a test song on here. And then you can go ahead and just go down to the songs you have, click that, and then add it to the playlist. Very, very simple. Now, I do get a lot of questions about adding music, so I want to add something in here real quick. If you're not familiar how to add music to this player, or really any MP3 player, DAT player, it's very simple, guys. All you have to do is take the included cord, okay? In this case, it's USB to USB-C. We're going to plug this into the computer, okay? Just like this, and this is how you transfer music off of a computer. And I do recommend using, like, if you watch my previous videos, you know that I keep a lot of music like on this particular surface as a kind of musical bank, you know. And then all you have to do is just plug this in here, just like that. There we go. And now you can see it's going to ask for, do you want to do a transfer, charge and play? And I want to go ahead and charge and transfer. So we're going to go ahead and go back here. There we go, and now we have connected it. It's charging it, but it's also going to allow me to transfer some music. So I'm going to go to my MP3 file here, and here I have a whole bunch of MP3s listed. Let's go ahead and just transfer some. We can see over here on the left-hand column here, there is the player right there. Okay, it's counts as kind of a USB device, you know. It kind of treats pretty much any DAP being hooked into a computer. The computer's going to see it as a hard drive, because that's really kind of what it is if you come down to it, you know. We'll go ahead and transfer over some music here. Let's go over and transfer, let's say 9 Inch Nails. I've seen them in concert recently. We'll transfer that over here to the player. We'll just give that a little transfer. There we go. We'll transfer over. You can see the music's transferring very quickly, by the way, too, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and take a look down the list here and transfer some other stuff real quick. Let's say we'll pick Loving You. We'll transfer here. I'm just going to transfer a whole segment of music here. So we're going to transfer all these over here to the player. And now you can see it's quickly transferring over. Now, a few other things, too. The battery life on this player, this little player, is really good, actually. The battery life is up to 15 hours with wired headphones, okay? And that's 13 hours of 60% volume. So it depends on, like, what you're doing. Of course, if you're using Bluetooth, it's going to use a little bit more juice than not, you know. But between 13 and 15 hours is a really long time. So that should be more than enough time to listen to a lot of your favorite music. Plus, it does a wide variety of musical formats, too. This little guy right here can do MP3s, WMAs, OGGs, APEs, FLAC, Wave A, and a lot more. MP4s, MP3s, you name it. WMAs, the list goes on and on and on. And when you're talking WMAs, that does include the family of music files, which is my favorite, which is DSF, okay? It's technically a WMA, or kind of an altered version of that. So anyway, guys, there's a lot of different music formats out there. And again, I will mention, as I always do, that if you want the best HD listening experience, what you want to have is, you know, a great player like this player that can play HD music, you know, and you want to have great music files, things like FLAC, things like DSF, and of course this can play both those, you know, and a whole lot more on top of that. And then good quality headphones too, that's important too, or at least headphones that match the power output. You can have $1,000 pair of headphones, and if it's put onto a player, you know, it may not be able to support that. It may need a headphone amp or something. So you really want to have nice headphones that are appropriate for the player, you know, and the earbuds that they include for free are a great place to start. Again, you really can't go wrong with that. Now, I had a chance to listen to a wide variety of music across different music genres, and I have to say this thing sounds amazing, just like I expected. This thing really comes and it rocks it. Even with the pack-in free headphones, it does an amazing job. Really sharp, crisp, good bass response, nice sound field. You're really going to enjoy it. You're going to have a nice HD experience for not a whole lot of money, which is awesome. Now, under sound settings, you got some good options here. We'll go ahead and click this real quick for you, and you can see here we have equalizer. Hopefully you can see this. It has a bunch of built-in EQs, you know, rock, funk, hip-hop, jazz. All these sound great. You can listen through, and everyone's ears are a little bit different, so I recommend checking them out for yourself. Even if you're not listening to classical or techno, you can actually check them out. If you want to do custom, you can click that, and then it gives you a little EQ here that you can actually up and down to your exact, you know, musical taste, you know. So very cool they include that. For being a small pack-in MP3 player, you know, it really has some really amazing functions, which I just love, you know. And it does have variable speed. People ask about that. Like, I know people sometimes like their, you know, sped up songs, you know, especially like anime theme songs, stuff like that, you know, and this does that, okay? So all you have to do is be back to playing music, hit the speed up, and here you can do rate, and you can make it go faster or slower, which is really great. So it does give you that option. If you want to kind of tinker with the sound speed, you know, you can. And that can really add another dimension to music you've heard 1,000 times before. You can check it out a little bit faster, you know, or maybe you want to listen to like your 10 favorite songs, but you only have so much time left before you get to your destination. So that can be a great little way of like listening to more music in less time, you know. It does have a clock too, which is really nice. And here, we'll just go back here. We'll back it up a little bit. Again, other menu options. You can add things to the playlist. You can remove from playlist. You can delete songs altogether. You can repeat single songs or all songs. And you can even bookmark too, which is really cool. So lots of great options for you. Okay, to recap, this is a Yoton. That's Y-O-T-O-N. And it is the YM03. Here's a little look at the box for you. Yoton YM03. So anyway, guys, great little player. You guys know I have several of these players, and I love them. The reason why is they sound great and they're so packable. If you're on a plane, if you're on a train, if you're in a car, if you're at a bar, you can easily take these with you, okay? And I cannot express how easy these are. Recently flew first class to Tampa for Nine Inch Nails, and it was great being able to pack such a small DAT player in my pocket, as opposed to having something bigger, which you guys know I have the bigger players too, But something like this, you can easily clip onto a backpack or into your pocket or whatever. It makes it great. And the clip is actually a very solid, very secure feeling clip, which I like a lot. On the side here, there is a spot for an interchangeable memory card too, I should mention, but it does include that. It's 64 gigs, so that's definitely enough space to get you going, listening to your favorite music, which is awesome. Again, lots of great options for creating playlists, deleting playlists, adding things to it, everything you want. And the battery life, again, is really good too. It's basically 13 to 15 hours. And my experience, honestly, I think it can go longer than that. There's a lot of variables. If you're using Bluetooth, it will be a little bit less. If you're using wired headphones, I believe it will be a little bit more. And of course, the volume plays into that whole thing too. But I can easily get from like here to Tampa, flying through the airport, and I have power to spare. In fact, these little players, I'll take them to work and I'll come home and it'll still have juice, so not a problem at all. I do charge my players at night, It plays a wide variety of your favorite formats. Again, MP3, WMA, OGG, APE, FLAC, WAVE, AAC, MP4, you name it. It does so many more even. And images, it can do images like JPEGs, BMPs, and GIFs, which is great. And it does have FM radio too. And so that's great. Let me show you FM radio just real quick here. We'll go to the menu system. And again, we do have the headphones packed in because these are technically the antenna. Okay, so you want to make sure you have that on there if you're trying to do FM radio. And we're going to go back. And let's see, go back again. And from here, we can just hit over. There's Bluetooth settings and FM radio. We're going to hit that real quick here. So there's FM radio, and we can easily go and we can go ahead and auto tune. We'll just hit that. And now it's going to scurry through here. Do we want to auto tune stations? Yes, we do. Okay. And here, I live in Key West, and there isn't a whole lot of radio stations, but I bet you it picks up some good ones. Let's see what happens here. My favorite is 106.9. Let's see if it finds my favorite station. I would bet that it will, but we'll see here. So it's going through. It's very quick. See how quickly it found all those stations? And it got it got a lot, actually. It picked up a lot of stuff. I don't even know if I know all these stations. So that's really cool. I might just have to experiment and check out some of the other stations. And of course, right there is a 106.9, which is my favorite station. Okay, so very easy to do FM radio. Just hit play, and there's 106.9. You can do preset number 8, and it is good to go. So very cool stuff. And just so many great functions on here, guys. I may do a deeper dive on this particular player later down the road. Turn off the radio. We'll do yes, and go through. It can show pictures. Let me show that real quick. There's a little test picture in here, and you can see it has a nice little picture. You can have a picture of your best friends or whatever you want on there, so very cool. Again, if you guys have any question about this player, please let me know, but I really think you cannot go wrong with this player, and this new color, this lavender color, is really cool. I'm definitely digging it. I love the colors. You could put like a whole bunch of different colored ones on the strap of your backpack. Maybe have a bunch of these. Have one for like maybe alt rock is going to be purple, and then like, pop rock or whatever is going to be green, and rap might be black, and you can have different colors for different types of music. So that's really cool. Love the fact these players come in so many awesome colors. I have a white one I like a lot. The teal one is awesome. Maybe I'll do teal for anime or something. Just a lot of great colors, and you could actually basically make this player one type of music, and then you could easily just pop around and listen to your favorites or whatever. And 64 gigs though is a big amount of space, so you can put everything on one, but I can't express that how much that these are so convenient and they're so inexpensive that you could own several of them. In fact, I'd recommend, if you're buying this, I would say at least buy 2. Buy one for yourself and buy one for a friend. The holidays are coming up. This could make a fantastic gift. Think about like back when you used to make mixtapes and things. You can make a mixed MP3 player, put all their favorite songs on there, maybe some of your favorite songs, expose someone new that you just met to your favorite music. It's a great way of sharing the love of music. And if you're looking for a Christmas gift, again, you can't beat this player. You can pack it full of great music. Give it to someone who's just getting into music, you know, and it'd be great. It includes headphones, it's got radio, it's got a voice recorder, has everything you need for a great HD music experience, okay? All right, friends, I hope this video has helped you a lot. If you have any questions, reach out to me, tuxtoys@gmail.com. And again, you guys know I'm a huge fan of this brand, Yoton, Yoton. And this is, of course, the famed YM03 player in the brand new color, this lavender purple color, this violet color. So cool. Good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.